Hello and welcome to TheMan Games. In this video today we're going to be looking at which superstars have alternative entrances on WWE 2K24. If you are watching us for the first time, make sure you're clicking that thumbs up button and give us a thumbs up. So first of all, we've got Alba Fire. So as you can see in this entrance here, it is already set on Alba Fire 1. And she comes down to the ring with a bat on fire. She's just blown it out there. But you can change it to Alba Fire, no number. And then by doing so, that changes their entrance to coming down without the bat. Just in case perhaps you would like to do so. Next up we have Alexa Bliss. So there is Alexa Bliss 1, that is what it is currently set on. And she's coming down to the ring with the Lily doll, as you can see there. Then we've got Alexa Bliss 2, if we just click on that one now. That is Alexa Bliss before she got the Lily doll, I would say. That one there. It is a bit of a darker version of Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss 3 now. That is another more playful, maybe like a Firefly Funhouse version of Alexa Bliss there, in my opinion. A bit more playful. And Alexa Bliss 4 is her original entrance before she had anything to do with Bray Wyatt and the Firefly Funhouse. The original Alexa Bliss entrance is Alexa Bliss 4. Now next up we have Apollo Crews. So currently it's set on Apollo Crews 1 and his entrance looks like this currently. But you can change it to Apollo Crews 2 and that is his entrance with the staff or stick or whatever you want to call it when he was with Commander Aziz. And also there is a Apollo Crews 3 and this is based on his original Apollo Crews entrance when he first debuted on the main roster. And next up we have Austin Theory. So it's currently set on Austin Theory 1, but there is also Austin Theory 2 and 3 that you could change it to. So this is the current one that is already on the game, this one here that you're watching now. If we change it to Austin Theory 2, his entrance is like this with the cell phone in his hand. So more of his time with Mr. McMahon entrance, in my opinion. And then we have Austin Theory 3. And that is his entrance when he first debuted on the main roster. And next up with an alternative entrance, we have Bayley. So that is her entrance currently on the game. We can change it to Bayley 2 there. And that is the babyface Bayley entrance with the Bayley buddies as she comes down to the ring. Hopefully soon we will see the return of that. Imagine if she returned like that at WrestleMania. It'd be awesome. And next up we have Becky Lynch. So currently it is set on Becky Lynch 1. Which is this one here. And there is a Becky Lynch 2, and that is your Becky Lynch 2. That is more based on her 2K22 entrance, I would say. And then we've got Becky Lynch 3, which is like the steampunker Becky Lynch from her days at NXT and early days on the main roster. And then next up we have Big E. So it's set on Big E New Day 1. You can change it to Big E. And by doing so, you get Big E's entrance before he was in the New Day, as you can see it there. Or you can change it to Big E New Day 2, and that just gives him a different New Day themed entrance. As you can see there, he comes to the ring with a towel in his hand. And next up we have Bobby Lashley. So it's currently set on Bobby Lashley 2, but there is a Bobby Lashley 1. So by changing it to Bobby Lashley 1, this is Bobby Lashley before he became the almighty Bobby Lashley's entrance. And now we have Braun Strowman. So this is currently his entrance on the game, as you can see here. But we can change it to Braun Strowman 2. And by doing so, you get the Black Sheep version of Braun Strowman when he was in the Wyatt family. And next up we have Bron Breakker. So currently he is down as Bron Breakker 1 with his entrance here. So you can change it to Bron Breakker 2. And then that's going to change it to this one here. This is early NXT 2.0 days Bron Breakker entrance, I would say. So yeah, that is another one that you could potentially change the entrance to. And next up we have Cameron Grimes. So Cameron Grimes' current entrance is Cameron Grimes 1, as you can see here. So you can always change it to Cameron Grimes 2, and that'll give you the older Cameron Grimes entrance before he came into Money. He's got the hat on, the old school Cameron Grimes entrance there. Next up we have Candice LeRae. So currently it is set on Candice LeRae 2. You can change it to Candice LeRae 1. And then that gives you her more heelish Candice LeRae entrance from when she was in NXT, in my opinion. Now next up we have Carmella. So she's currently set on Carmella 1. you can change it to Carmella 2, and that gives you more of the Mella is Money entrance that she used to have, whereas Carmella 1 is more the untouchable Carmella's entrance. And next up we have Chad Gable. So currently it's set on Chad Gable 1. You can change it to Chad Gable 2. And by doing so, you will get the Ready, Willing and Gable entrance that he used to have. Now next up we have Cody Rhodes. So Cody Rhodes currently on the game is on Cody Rhodes 1, as you can see there. But you can change it to Cody Rhodes 2. You get the Codyvator with him rising up from the entrance like so. So that's probably one of the best ones we're going to look at in the video today. But still, keep watching, don't turn off, but that is probably one of the best ones we are going to look at. Next up we have Cora Jade. So it's set on Cora Jade 1. You can change it to Cora Jade 2. And then by doing so, you get the skateboard entrance, as you can see there on the screen now. And next up we've got Dakota Kai. So on the game it is already set on Dakota Kai 1, which is this one here. You can change it to Dakota Kai 2, and then that gives you that one there, her babyface entrance from NXT. Now next up we have Damian Priest. So currently on the game obviously he has his Judgment Day entrance, as you can see. But if you change it to Damian Priest 2, that will change it to pre-Judgment Day version of Damian Priest entrance. Now next up we have got Dirty Dominic Mysterio. So as you can see he's on Dirty Dominic Mysterio currently, but you can go down to Dominic Mysterio, so it's between Doink the Clown and the Dragon, and by changing that you get his babyface Dominic Mysterio entrance from when he was with Rey Mysterio. And next up another Judgment Day member, so we've just done 3 in a row now. So Finn Balor is currently set on Finn Balor 1, so yes, this is his Judgment Day entrance, as you can see here. If you change it to Finn Balor 2, it will change to pre-Judgment Day really, with the arms in the air and the guns out, like so. And next up we've got Jey Uso. So currently he's set on Jey Uso 1, as you can see here, but you can change it to Jey Uso 2, and by doing so you get his entrance from WWE 2K22. Now we have Jinder Mahal. So it's currently set on Jinder Mahal 2, and his alternate entrance is Jinder Mahal 1, and then by changing this you get this version of Jinder Mahal, so more of an old school version of Mahal. And next up we have John Cena. So currently he has this entrance here. If we just click on motion now, we can change it. Well, so those two are obviously the ones that are already on the alternate John Cena's on the game, but you can change it to John Cena 1 or John Cena 2. By changing it to John Cena 1, you get this version here, taking out the towel like so, or you can change it to John Cena 2, and by doing so you get a different version obviously of his entrance here, with the salute and then the walk down to the ring. And next up we've got Johnny Gargano. So currently on the game it is set on Johnny Gargano 1. You can change it to Johnny Gargano 2, which changes it to this one here. So yeah, more of a heel version of Johnny Gargano there. Next up we have Carl Anderson. So it's currently set on Carl Anderson number 1, and there is also an option for Carl Anderson number 2. So by changing it, he comes out like this, maybe with a bit more of a serious walk to the ring. Next up we have Kevin Owens. So it's currently set on Kevin Owens number 1, and we can change it to Kevin Owens number 2. So this changes it to Kevin Owens kissing the hand and then screaming at the camera, then making his way down to the ring. So next up we have Luke Gallows, and it's currently set on Luke Gallows number 1. You can change it to Luke Gallows number 2. And by doing so, you get this version of Luke Gallows walking down to the ring. And next up we have Kofi Kingston. So it's currently set on Kofi Kingston New Day 1. You can change it to Kofi Kingston 12. So obviously that gives you Kofi Kingston's entrance from 2012 there, as you can see, with the boom boom boom. Then next up we have Natalya. So currently it's set on Natalya number 1, with this entrance here. You can change it to Natalya number 2, which is the one with the little wave to the ring and maybe a bit more of a serious walk down to the ring also. Next up we have Nikki Cross. So it's set on Nikki Cross And you can also set it on Nikki Cross number 2. By doing so, you will change Nikki Cross's entrance to being slightly different, still a bit of a maniac, but slightly different to just the Nikki Cross by itself. Next up we have the master of the RKO, Randy Orton, and you can change his current entrance to being, so those are for alternate Randy Ortons that are already on the game, but also this one is not assigned, it is Randy Orton Evolution. So by changing it to that, obviously you would change it to being Randy Orton's entrance when he was part of Evolution with Triple H, Batista and Ric Flair. Next up we have Rhea Ripley. So currently on the game it's set up as Rhea Ripley 1, which is obviously the most up-to-date entrance of hers that you can get. But you could also change it to just Rhea Ripley, and that gives you more of Rhea Ripley from 2K22 time, I would say. Next up we have Ricochet. So it's currently set on Ricochet number 2. You can change it to also Ricochet number 1. And by changing it to that, you get this version of Ricochet's entrance instead. Next up we have the Glorious One, Robert Roode. So currently it's set on Robert Roode 1. You can change it to Robert Roode 2, which is his NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 entrance. As you can see there, what an entrance that was. So that might be one you might want to change it to. And next up we have the head of the table, Roman Reigns. So you can change it to Roman Reigns Shield, which will give you his Shield entrance, or you can change it to Roman Reigns 2. Next up we have Sami Zayn. So currently on the game it's set on Sami Zayn 3. You can change it to Sami Zayn 2, which is this one here. More of a heel Sami Zayn. Or you can change it to Sami Zayn number 1, which is this one there as well, which I would say that was a heel version of Sami Zayn also. Next up you've got Seth Rollins. So currently it's set on Seth Rollins number 1. You can also change it to Seth Rollins Shield, which will give you his Shield entrance. Or there is a Seth Rollins 2, which gives you more of his heel disciple Seth Rollins entrance, I would say. Or there's also Seth Rollins 3, which is the burn it down Seth Rollins entrance there. Next up we have Sheamus. So he's set on Sheamus number 1. You can change it to Sheamus number 2, which is this one here. Then we have Shinsuke Nakamura. So it's currently set on Shinsuke Nakamura 2. You could change it to Shinsuke Nakamura 1, and which is his early days entrance in my opinion, as you can see there. Next up we have Sonya Deville. So it's currently set on Sonya Deville 2. You could change it to Sonya Deville 1, and by doing so you get the Walk to the Ring, which is more of a, when she was kind of like a general manager entrance, I would say, would be this one here. So now we have Tiffany Stratton. So it's currently set on Tiffany Stratton 1. You can change it to Tiffany Stratton 2, which is this one there. Blowing the Kiss, like so. So that is the one you could change it to also. Next up we have Tommaso Ciampa. So it's currently set on Tommaso Ciampa 1. There is a Tommaso Ciampa 2, which is his heel entrance from NXT. Or you can change it to Tommaso Ciampa 3, which is his face DIY entrance from NXT. Next up we have Trish Stratus. So it's set on Trish Stratus 1. You can change it to Trish Stratus 2. And by doing so you will get Trish's entrance, which was on 2K22. And then finally on this video today we have Xavier Woods, which currently is set on Xavier Woods New Day 1. You can change it to just Xavier Woods. So that will give you his entrance before he became a member of the New Day. Or you can change it to New Day 2. And that just gives you an alternate entrance for Xavier Woods without the trombone, like so. So there you have it. Those were some of the hidden alternative entrances on WWE 2K24. Well, I do hope you did enjoy this video today and you did find it helpful. If you did so, please let us know in the comments below, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you already have, make sure you've got your notifications turned on, and then you'll know when our next video goes up on the channel. You can also find us on social media. There is links in the description below, and also there is links to become a member, and there is also links to join our newsletter. So thank you very much for watching and supporting TheMan Games. Make sure you're clicking that thumbs up button also, that does really help TheMan Games, and we will see you on the next video.